So it's the signature crafted sriracha burger from McDonald's going in.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit. I'm horny as fuck, man. I'm a freak, man.
What the fuck was that from?
Only the best. Only the best.
That was fucking hilarious, dude. What the? Oh God!
I mean, have you seen the guy before?
No, never.
Okay, so his gimmick, that's his gimmick, is that he reviews food like that. He's dressed in a suit. He talks in a very sophisticated, elegant manner. That was edited in the radio part, but anywho, I couldn't figure that part out. But he's actually pretty great because he just like literally he'll sit there, he'll review like a hamburger, he'll eat like the entire hamburger before he says whether or not he likes it. So it's just like blatant trolling, and I love him for it.
So he's just sitting right there, you're watching, and he's just munching on a burger.
Basically.
The whole time. Like not sped up, nothing.
Nope. He'll purposely like no, because like there a lot of people. It's kind of a little bit of a like tongue in cheek, like wink wink, nudge nudge situation, because like so many of the fucking YouTube people, especially the ones that like get ad revenue, will stall for as long as humanly possible. Like they'll try to make it look like they're not, but they'll make their videos as long as humanly possible, draw it out for as long as they possibly can, so they get the fucking extra ad revenue. Because you get an ad break every like 5-10 minutes. I'm not sure exactly, because like the rest of the world, they use fucking ad blocker. But for the people who are unfortunate that have not discovered ad block technology in the year 2024, they get fucking bombarded with ads.
Yeah, it happens. It does happen. I don't. I think I have an ad blocker. I think I do. I think it's one of the extensions I've got. I got a good extension. That's what's it called here? For my Chrome extension, it's a language tool, and when you're you can type an email, anything you're typing, it will kind of give you grammar and spelling, and makes it easier. It's kind of like Word, but you don't need to use Word because I don't like Word. So, Word to your mother. Anyway, folks, hello. How are you? This is Wrestling Outlet because it's Thursday night. That's why I am Boxman, and the penis pumpkin spice latte man across from me is.
It is I, the one, the only, the voice of generation, Smarkcovered. How are you?
Still feeling like shit, but making it. I'm very congested, but I'm okay. I'm making it. I am. I've still been going to work and stuff. I'm not that bad. It's just it's been 3 weeks. I'm already sick and tired of being, well, sick and tired. So
Understood.
Yeah. So I don't know. But at least I've been able to take NyQuil for a reason before I go to sleep. Been nice.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Take the old green death flavor, hit the bed, done.
Thanks.
I don't know why I like that green. For some reason, that tastes good. I like the taste of NyQuil. It doesn't bother me one bit. I like it. It's yummy to me.
It's because you drink liquor. I have the same thing. Like I'll just get the standard version, like the purple one or the red one, whatever. Like I think it's more red than purple, but just standard NyQuil flavor.
Yeah, you got the two. See, you're even going the wimp. You got the cherry. I'm going green, right? The menthol flavor. I don't even like mint, but I don't know, that one I kind of like. So, but I also like the taste of Pepto. So does my wife. It's very weird. We both like the taste of Pepto-Bismol.
The taste of what now?
Pepto. No. Anyway, folks, this could be a strange show tonight because there's not a lot of wrestling to get into. There's since we we're early in the Mr. McMahon talking documentary. We got to watch that the night before. We got to talk about it.
Let me interrupt real quick. That pisses me square the fuck off. I was watching like Alvarez and Meltzer. Easy for me to say, except it isn't. And they were like, it was like already like Friday or not even been Monday of this week, and they're like, well, we're up to episode 4. It's like, this is your goddamn job. You didn't pay money for this. I didn't get paid dick, and I watched all of it. And like fucking as soon as I woke up, the fucking Wednesday morning or Thursday morning, fuck that shit came out Wednesday.
Yeah, and that's not a rat in the corner, folks. That is my dog. It's not a rat, I promise. I don't know what she's doing over there, but who knows? Episode 4 on Friday. Come on, man. Although they're probably going to do it episode by episode. We didn't do a complete breakdown of it, but we kind of just talked about what we remembered from each episode. But I don't know, man. I'm glad we talked about it early because my God, everybody had jumped on that. I mean, wow. And it was like third or fourth highest watch for Netflix for the week. By the way, it was pretty. It did well. It did very well for Netflix. But like I said before, it wasn't for guys like you, me, most of the listeners of this show. It wasn't for us. It was a refresher course for us. But a lot of housewives just got some information on Vince McMahon. Okay, so
I know that's who it's for, but I want to meet these people. Like, I want to meet, like you said, the housewife in like Minnesota that hasn't watched any wrestling. She's just, what are they doing?
Watching anything but wrestling. They're just not fans of it, dude. A lot of people just think it's stupid.
Well, no, I'm talking about the fucking Minnesotan housewife watching that. That's her reaction. Like, oh, what are they doing? You're not supposed to do that. That's rather impolite,
Really shouldn't treat a lady like that. No, it's just not good for your soul. Okay.
Now all these rapes they're talking about, it's fake, right? It's all they show. It's all they show. They're not supposed to. They're just pretending, aren't they?
Oh, it's all fake on TV, right?
So my Minnesotan housewife also doubles into like a Teddy Hart impression.
Can all double into close to a Scottish accent. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. But anyway, folks, like I said, this could be a strange one here. You know what happens when we don't have a lot of news. We get into all kinds of trouble. Trouble. That's what we get into. That's what happens. We get into trouble. But we'll handle it, folks. I guess we can just I don't really have anything else going on. So I guess we can go ahead and jump into the news. Why not, right?
Sure.
Well, now, Smark, have you ever heard of a little, I'm probably sure you have, little wrestling company called Black Label Pro out of Indiana?
Sure, yeah.
I figured you had. Well, they had this wrestling event coming up on October 12th. They even had Jinder Mahal or what's his name? Raj Desi ready to come out.
Cherry, the guy on Twitter who defends WWE. It's the same guy.
It is. Same dude. And then a couple days ago, they just put out a tweet on all social media saying, unfortunately, we have decided to cancel Fancy Wrestling and the rest of the upcoming events or the events upcoming. We are going on hiatus for the time being. All tickets have already been submitted for refunds. Thank you all for the support. And that's it. I dug, I looked, I tried to find more on this. I don't know, but they had this all set up. I am not Scully.
You might not be Scully, but we got our Mulder in the house. Hi, Scott.
There you go. What is up? Yeah, so out of nowhere, they just kind of up and canceled their shows and said, "That's it. We're going on like a little hiatus." I mean, who does that? Who just says that they're just going to take a little break? I mean, besides a completely free podcast like this one, but who else would do that? I don't know. I just thought it was pretty weird. Like I said, they were promoting this show up to 2 days ago. Literally, I mean, if you go on their Facebook page, they were literally putting up pictures of the show. And a couple hours later, they were like, all right, fuck it. Stop everything. We're out of here. Shut it down. Fuck it. Shut her down.
They just didn't have the opportunity. They bought 2 less hot dogs at their Costco run than they had anticipated, so they didn't have the funds for Jinder Mahal.
Maybe that's what happened. Is Costco hot dogs? I don't think they've gone up at the stand. Man, they're getting expensive, folks. I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's what it is. It is what it is. That's like the independent companies. It just fucking they don't have a lot of money, and sometimes shit like that happens. Although I guess that does free up Jinder Mahal. Maybe we should get in touch with him, see if he wants to come hang it back with us.
Okay, if you want to touch him, that's fine. I have no reason to touch him. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, have him on the show. But if that's what it takes, that's what it takes.
Oh my God! I don't know if NORAD would be able to control himself. I mean, he would be touching himself.
I was just picturing Jinder Mahal having his own podcast, and he just has like an Indian Conrad. So he's still fat as shit, but he talks like a poo from The Simpsons.
So is that rumor or innuendo?
We'll be right back. After you hear from Blue Chew, that'll make your dick so fucking fat you will not. It'll be fatter than me, Indian Conrad Thompson.
Remember, folks, I'm half Syrian. I can make that fucking joke and do that voice.
See, I was doing your impression.
Correct. Yeah, you were impersonating me doing the impression. That's fine. Good job, Smark. Way to go. Way to go. Stay politically correct, as this show always is.
Mm-hmm.
Always. Always. This show is the most politically correct show out there. I can't even say it. So anyway, I just a lot of people were kind of commenting. Like, I even saw it on Facebook, and I kind of scrolled through the comments, and everybody was like, hope everything's all right. Is everybody okay? Who knows? Maybe the money man pulled out. Maybe, I don't know. I'm sure we'll hear more about it. If we do hear more about it, folks, stay tuned. Next week, we'll tell you more.
Hell yeah.
Hells yes. But in a little bit of bad news, Killswitch, folks, from AEW, also known as Luchasaurus, has been hospitalized.
Get him out of here! He's got AIDS!
No, it's not that bad. No, not that bad. Not that bad. Austin Madelson is his name, and Fightful reports that his fiance found him collapsed last Friday. After that, she took him to the hospital, which was a great idea. I don't know if it says he was taken to the hospital. Could have called an ambulance. Could have brought him. I don't know.
I like the idea of his girlfriend finding him unresponsive and just like calling him an Uber. Like, yeah, I got shit I gotta do. I don't have all day to be like keeping you from dying.
Look, I'm gonna call you.
Watching this documentary on Vince McMahon. I can't put it down.
I'm gonna have to just call you an ambulance. Me and Meltzer on episode 4. Okay, just
it's a watch party. Alvarez, Meltzer, fucking Luchasaurus' girlfriend. Just all the classics.
Already tomorrow, I'm waiting for episode 5. So, shit. But yeah, and but his blood blood oxygen level was below 80%. Your blood oxygen level should be 95 to 100%. Also said he had pneumonia in both lungs, and that he was just days away from permanent lung damage. So he is on oxygen, has been since Friday. I don't think we've had any updates since then. I believe he is still on oxygen, but pneumonia can be there. Pneumonia has so many different stages that and in both lungs. That's a tough one, man. He probably couldn't breathe well for the past few weeks, and
Presumably,
was still out there. You don't just get pneumonia in both lungs right away. And if he was days away from permanent damage, wow, he must have been working sick for a few weeks. So, listen, keep fighting, Killswitch, Luchasaurus, Austin, whatever you want to call yourself. Fuck, man, I've been sick for 3 weeks. I couldn't imagine being on oxygen for 1.
right.
So, because, yeah, it was last Friday she found him. So tomorrow will be 1 week. So hopefully we hear more. I don't think we've heard any more on the situation that I know of. So, but anyway, folks, in probably the biggest news of the week, you know what it is, Smark. AEW has signed their motherfucking TV deal, folks. That's right. It is done. What? Where are you? Oh. I never heard that one before. That was a good one. I like that one. I don't think you played that one yet before.
Oh, it's a new one.
Oh, that was a good one. I like that one. That guy was, he tried.
He's very best.
You got to give him a little, he tried. You got to give him an A for effort there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, AEW and Warner Brothers have signed their TV deal. Everybody was saying it was right around 150 a year. Sean Ross Sapp is reporting it's 185, so they got pretty decent amount. The rumor going around a few months ago was they were looking for somewhere between 150 and 200. So looks like they landed right in the middle. Not bad. Not bad at all. Pretty good deal for them. Variety revealed that the pay-per-views will be available for purchase on Max. That is HBO Max. Or is that Cinemax Max? Which Max is this?
Ooh. And I believe it's a Max streaming service. If it's Cinemax,
Yeah,
it's going to be a fairly different product. I'd be looking forward to that.
Yeah. This is Max, which I believe used to be HBO Max. But anyway, that'll be done later in 2025. But I guess there's already some content up there on Max, is what I'm told, and it has been for a while. I think we actually talked about some already being up there a few months ago, actually.
I actually really want AEW to be on Cinemax now. Just like an AEW followed by like a manual.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to mess with.
Followed by late night Skinamax. You know what I mean? Oh,
Stay
yeah.
tuned. Britt Baker joins the cast for an all-new episode of Red Shoe Diaries.
Ooh, that could be a good one. But Variety also reported that the deal includes enhanced distribution rights across social media. It also includes potential new programming on both linear and digital platforms. Though former AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland, he kind of spilled the beans and said that they were probably going to be taking WWE SmackDown place on Fox. I don't know if that's true or not. We don't know yet. Variety didn't report that, so who knows what Swerve was talking about. And they also have something with that AEW Shockwave show, and we're going to get into a couple more trademarks that they got going, so we'll see what's happening with all that. But there you go. And they're also just trademarked another show that might be airing on FS1. So AEW is out there. Look, they're still on their TV. They got 5 more years, so everybody can stop complaining that I don't think they're getting a TV deal, blah, blah, blah. I did think it was a little weird how Chris Jericho just said it in passing last night. I think that's how it was announced, besides the dirt sheets. Chris Jericho.
Tony Schiavone said it at the beginning of the show that they were going to be with Warner Brothers for a while, for several more years to come. They said.
Oh, I didn't hear Tony Schiavone say that. So okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, no big deal.
What does kind of suck, I guess, it depends on how you look at it. They're going to, if you're a Max subscriber, you get a discount on AEW pay-per-views. They're not giving that shit away for free. They said, no, hold on a minute, son.
No, they're not giving them away for free. And then, I mean, hey, they're still called pay-per-views.
I mean, yeah, but like, I like, basically, I guess that ends up like WWE ends up losing money on that shit. Them giving their pay-per-views away for free on like Peacock, but and I guess AEW didn't want to do it, but it's like, man, you kind of have to if you want to be competitive. Like they're more so an alternative than a competitor, but like they've been hyped, and some of that's not like you were saying that people can stop complaining now that the TV deal's not happening, but like it's a lot of that is on them. Because it seems like the last fucking year and a half, 2 years, they've been like, oh, we're about to get a TV deal. It's going to change the fucking world. Like, that's on fucking Tony Khan for Dixie Cartering to the max.
Yeah, and then, of course, everybody jumped right in with the, oh, my God, this sounds like fucking... Everybody did compare him to Dixie, and they still do. Let me let this girl out now. I knew it. Go ahead.
I do wonder if you're Dixie Carter, if like that is something you take as almost a term of endearment, or like you at least left a mark of some kind on wrestling, that now you're just forever like the patron saint of like empty promises. It's like you still remember.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're still talked about some way or another, it's good, according to some people. I have no clue, man. I wouldn't want to be remembered like that, but
I mean, think about like if you're Marty Jannetty, like you're remembered as like the worst member of your tag team, but you're still remembered as like the Marty Jannetty. You're not like remembered as like Tugboat or like the motherfucker that wasn't PCO in the Quebecers. Like there's all kinds of like much worse Jannettys than Jannetty, but at least people will forever remember Marty Jannetty for some reason. A multitude of reasons, if we're being honest, but that one in particular.
Probably for outlandish shit on fucking social media.
Yeah, for the fact that he openly admitted to killing a man. Whether or not that's true is one thing.
I think we should go to Marty Jannetty's Facebook right now and see what's on there.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Look it up. Give me a second here. We'll see.
Oh, I'm typing already, buddy. I'm typing. All right. I'm typing. Here we go. Oh, wow. It's not showing. Why is it only showing me stuff from 2014? Maybe because I'm not a friend on this, because I don't have my old. This is my. Could this not be the right Marty Jannetty? That's the one. Hold on. No? Yeah, I think it's because I'm not a friend of his on the Facebook here.
Sad times.
Remember, don't forget I got hacked.
And that's the first thing that the hacker did was unfriend Marty Jannetty.
No. The account on my computer is my new account that I really haven't even given to anyone yet. But the old account I have here on my phone is... There we go. Okay, that's the official fan page. Come on, just give me the crazy motherfucker. There we go. Let's see. Gino saved you. Called me. Gino saved you. Called me and said, take it down now. But my thing is, you sent someone to get me. Are you fucking serious? My brother, a Marine Vietnam vet, trained me. You thought your boy was going to walk up on me? If you don't already know, your boy you sent here to get me failed. That was 4 hours ago.
Yo, homeboy, welcome to the hood, brother.
Peed up on this, though. I got my dick in my hand, and And it's still 3 inches of meat hanging. If I get a hard on, I must bust the ceiling fan up.
Come Tuesday?
Folks, this is Marty Jannetty's page, okay? I'm reading straight from it, folks. And real quick, by the way, let's just go ahead and mention while we're talking about all this, since I'm not reading anymore, it's getting crazier. Rest in peace, Pete Rose.
Indeed.
Pete Rose. Actually, I'll tell you what, we've lost some great ones in the past couple weeks, man. We lost
The Rock?
No.
You said great ones.
Some great ones, not the great one.
Okay.
But I mean, let's see. We lost James Earl Jones. We lost both fathers from Coming to America within a couple of weeks of each other. James Earl Jones and John Ashton. Pete Rose. Who else? Who else passed away? A few. I'm missing a few here, but there's been some fine Hollywood actors that have passed away in the past few weeks, man. But Pete Rose, obviously, we know. How many times has he been tombstoned by Kane? So Pete Rose had a little bit to do with wrestling, but so smart. You think a couple years down the road, they go ahead and since he's passed away, they're going to go ahead and throw him in that Major League Hall of Fame?
Probably. Honestly, yeah.
So?
I could see that. I mean, he's already in the WWE Hall of Fame. What more could you ask for?
I know, but he always wanted it, and I don't know, man. I mean, at least he definitely enjoyed his time in wrestling. You could tell that, but wasn't good. But he had a fun time, and all he did was go out there, scream, yell, and get his ass kicked. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, there's been a few though, man. It's been a rough one. A lot passing away. It's getting sad, but I mean, a lot of these actors that I grew up with especially, are up there, man. Up there. Your Pacinos, your Clint Eastwood, man. He looks rough. Sad.
Trying to figure out why you just killed Al Pacino. That's not great.
Oh no, he's just looking rough. He's looking rough. But if he's out there taking walks and dancing on the street, so he's looking rough but feeling great. So I'm just saying they're all getting old, man. I'm getting older, they're getting older.
That's true.
That's how it works, I think.
We're all one step closer to the end of our existence here on this mortal plane.
Every
and
day.
it is important to remember.
Mm-hmm.
We want the gold, sucker! Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga!
Thank you, Booker. Just remember, folks,
That's right.
Every day is just a day closer to death. There you go.
Nasty!
Probably not a good one, but it was there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So on the heels of WWE or the AEW announcing its TV deal, there's a few things that are going to be happening. AEW will actually be streaming some of the actual Dynamite broadcast, and Collision will be on there streaming live. So that's going to be a live streaming place for them. So TV deal plus live streaming, not bad at all. But it says that also, according to Sports Business Journal, says that Warner Brothers Discovery actually owns an undisclosed stake in AEW. Now, there's been rumors about this for a long time that Warner Brothers, Turner Networks did have a stake in this, but I guess now they're saying that there has been some filings that show there could be a possibility that definitely Warner Brothers does have a small stake, or we don't know how large of a stake in AEW. So, like I said, it was a slow news week.
Mm.
But yeah, that has been a rumor. I don't know if you ever heard that, but that has been a rumor that a lot of people thought that Warner Brothers did have a stake in AEW. Now we think it could be true.
So is it like a T-bone? Is this a rib eye? Is this a tomahawk? What are we talking here? Is it a fillet?
I don't know. We don't know. Ooh, a tomahawk. I really want to get a couple of those one day.
Mm-hmm. Fucking as big as your head. We'll go on down to Longhorn together. What do you say?
I want to get some. I want to cook them here. I want to cook them at home. I want to get some.
We all want to get some.
I haven't found them yet. I haven't found them around here, which surprises me. I could probably go to a shit. I could figure it out. I could probably go to a butcher around here.
Mm-hmm.
Get me some tomahawks for me and the boys.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah. I'm down. I would only need like 3 because my wife would eat like 10 bites and be done. So I don't know. I wish they'd get back. They have my beer. So there you go on that one. But all right. Man, Smark, we are really getting through this way quicker than I thought because we only actually have a couple things and then we're already at Dynamite. What are we going to fucking talk about? We'll figure it out. So, as I said, AEW has filed for another trademark that no one's really quite sure what in the hell they're thinking with this one. But who knows? It's everybody loves trademarks. The trademark that they have gone with is the kind of the former nickname of Owen in the King of the Ring tournament was the King of Hearts. So there you go. They have trademarked it 2 ways. And here, let me see if there's any other weird trademarks that they have trademarked in the last few months here. We're going to it now. Oh, let me let this dog back in. Sorry.
They trademarked yelping dogs?
No, it's because no one's here. I'm sorry. We used to be able to filter these bad boys. Filters. Pending. I like the pending ones. Those are new. Ooh, Double Jeopardy is also pending, folks. Double Jeopardy is another one. I think we talked
about
like
a fucking Nick Cage movie. Are they bringing in Nick Cage? That'd be pretty awesome.
I don't know.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. Oh, he'd be great. He wasn't in that movie, by the way. That was Tommy Lee Jones and Ashley Judd. Just to clarify.
Sad times.
No, Ashley Judd was extremely hot and fit in that movie. She looked beautiful in that movie, actually. But yeah, they do have King of Hearts here twice, one for educational and entertainment purposes. Namely let me get more info on this bad boy. Hold on. Namely a continuing program about wrestling accessible by radio, television, satellite. Okay, by all those entertainment services in the nature of. So this could be for a TV show or something, is what it's sounding like. Maybe even a podcast or something. Then the other one is for action figures. So they're probably going to start making Owen Hart action figures. Maybe they're making an Owen Hart cartoon. Maybe.
Could be.
Firm Watch Your Wrestling is another one that they have trademarked, or WYW. The fuck?
Sounds like a command.
All in Texas, pending on just as of last week or a couple weeks ago. Now, this one, me and Cheese talked about it when one day when you were a tiny bit late. Meat Mayhem. Now, you would think when I say that, I mean MEET, meat people. It's mayhem. No. MEAT mayhem.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Hey, I'm just reading here, pal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh my God. What is this? Fairway to Hell. This was a golf event. It looks like they're trying to organize.
It sounds like the shit when they're used to like a WCW when they do like the rip-off versions of like popular songs as theme songs.
Yeah, like DDP's Nirvana ripoff.
DDP's Nirvana. There's a bunch of Raven was fucking. I think it was Pearl Jam.
Yeah, it was. The Clone. This was I'm assuming this could be a professional wrestler coming down the pike for us folks. Wrestle Bowl, because you gotta have a bowl of wrestling, folks. You gotta have a bowl of wrestling. Let's see what else we have here. Blood Moon Rising.
These are the worst names of like anything ever. This is terrible.
Man, this one should have got over, and I still don't know why they haven't done it yet. Let's hope they still do. House of Ass. House of Ass.
Look at this photograph. It's a picture of a child's ass.
AEW, get the feeling. Get the feeling, Smark.
Get the feeling in House of Ass being together. This is disturbing.
There you go. And how are you, Norab? Good to see you. Do
you think there's a trademark on consensual penis?
I don't think so.
Or hashtag consensual penis, I suppose.
Wow, they are trying to also trademark Too Sweet. That's not going to go well. They want clothing. They're trying to take oh my gosh. Okay, that's not going to go well for him. I think that's about it. Everything else has already come to fruition.
QTV. There were trademarks for Road Warrior Hawk Tua.
Now I want to see what their abandoned ones are.
That can't be that expensive to copyright shit, can it? Because these are like some of the worst. They're just throwing fucking anything against the wall here.
Yeah. Hold on. Trademark is at high capacity right now, so it's going to take me 2 more seconds. All right, here we go. Let's see some of the ones they've abandoned. No, we don't want pending. We're going to take pending off of there. There we go. Abandoned trademarks. This is going to be fun. Oh, we got a bunch here. Transfer portal.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's the whole thing. Abandoned in August. AEW Meat Madness.
Ew.
And how can you have Meat Madness without AEW Match Madness? Another one abandoned in August. Those were all abandoned in August. All Elite AEW Wrestling Best Summer Ever abandoned in April. Hat Trick abandoned in January. They actually abandoned Collision. AEW Collision was actually abandoned. They probably redid it in another font or something. East West Express. I think we heard that one. Spanish announce position.
That is, of course, position number 500 in the Kama Sutra.
Wow. There's 4 pages of these. This is fun. We have time for this, folks. I promise.
The Spanish announce position.
Death Triangle was abandoned.
Is that when you break a bitch in half?
I don't know. A little bit of the bubbly has been abandoned. If anybody wants to pick that bad boy up.
NORAD suggesting that collision was misspelled, which actually I think is a good. That's what we should do. I'm thinking we should just call ourselves AEW Collision, but then leave one of the L's out or add an L.
Elite GM and All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah, that was their fucking shitty mobile game that nobody played.
Yep, and All Elite Wrestling General Manager both abandoned. Wow. Wednesday Night Dynamite abandoned. Oh, cool. Join the Revolution, abandoned. Change the Universe, abandoned.
It's a lot of work. I'm only one man. How the fuck am I supposed to change the universe?
I don't know, but I'm wondering why they abandoned Fight for the Fallen. That's an interesting one.
AEW presents hashtag Stop the Steal.
All right, that was it. Those were all the good ones. Unless you want to go through registered now.
It's weird that they registered Lance stormed the Capitol. That's kind of weird.
Let's see if there's anyone. Oh, okay. Nothing in other. I wanted to see if there was anything in other. But yeah, there we go. No, everything else is already World's End. What? AEW Rise to the Top. Haven't heard that one yet. AEW Plus. That's probably what they're going to try to. What they were working on, a streaming service.
Seems like a bit of hubris that they registered the 10-year anniversary of CM Punk and AEW. I don't think that's going to be happening anytime.
Yeah, Punk 10-year anniversary. No, that's not there. No. That's been abandoned too. Yeah. So there you go. There was some fun stuff there, folks. But there you go. AEW, boy. Tony Khan is just oddly creative. I don't know how else to say it.
There's a they put out like on the NFL YouTube page, like the week leading up to the NFL draft with Tony Khan. That was the same week he got the fucking Meltzer driver, so he was doing the draft in a neck brace.
Right.
So it's kind of interesting because you just see like it's him like going backstage and just being a weirdo. So that's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's always good, I guess. I mean, he is. I mean, listen, I've always said before, I'm kind of that way too. I'm a little awkward, weird. So,
okay.
whatever.
So since we're kind of looking for shit to talk about, we were talking about the McMahon thing last week.
Yep.
And I don't think I saw it until we were done, but there was a Young Bucks put up a picture of them with Shane McMahon that he was on their flight.
Yes.
And like this is on top of the photo from like a couple months ago, like Tony Khan and Meltzer hanging out, or not Tony Khan and Meltzer, Tony Khan and Shane McMahon hanging out.
Yeah.
So if there's nothing in place, which so far there's been reported no reports that like anything is in place yet. With the Young Bucks being the EVPs, do you think it's a good idea for them to be doing that kind of shit, like posting pictures, like basically teasing that Shane's potentially on his way if Shane's not on his way? Like, if you're a regular part of the roster, that's whatever. But like, if you're actually considered like part of the executive, like the leadership team, it seems a little bit fraudulent to me.
I don't know. I mean, they ran into each other at the airport. It was like the day after the documentary had happened, so they took advantage of it. They're trolls, dude. I've told you this before. They're fucking trolls.
I mean, I get that. I get the idea of trolling people, but like when you're part of like you're like again the UVPs and you're part of the executive team, it's like that's kind of a bad look. It's like you're fucking like in your 30s or 40s or whatever. I don't even think 30. I think they're in their 40s at this point. It's time to grow out of that shit.
I did notice that Matt had the Batista pearls on last night just to piss everyone off because everyone was pissed at Batista for doing it. So, he has to bite off everybody else's coattails. So he did it last night on Dynamite. I don't know, man. But, those guys, I mean, can they make – let me just say it here. They can't make the company look any worse than Tony Khan makes the company look on his own. They can't. Tony Khan does make the company sometimes look like a fucking joke. So, Is he coming in? We don't know. I told you before, if I had Shane, if I had use of, like, if I could actually just, if I were able to bring in a Shane McMahon, my God, his connections overseas could be amazing. His connections here could be amazing, but I I got a feeling he's going to go over there.
I kind of do too, just because I feel like there's just enough smoke to eventually substantiate a fire. And that's why I think it's like there's a lot of people talk about like what do you do with them. It's like that's kind of immaterial because like the whole point more than anything is just the moment itself of like no matter what you do, no matter what fucking genius booking idea, you could have like the best shit in the world lined up for him. Nothing is going to top that initial moment of him coming out there. Because that's all that shit is just like wrestling and life in general is just a series of big moments. And like everybody's gonna remember that big moment, regardless of like if they bring him out there and then everything after that fucking sucks, or if everything after that is great. Like you're gonna remember that. Like okay, the Punk thing. It's like yeah, Punk had a lot of like tumultuous moments in AEW, but I remember fucking us live streaming him coming out on Rampage the first time. Mm-hmm. Like how crazy that was and how hyped everyone was. You just remember those big moments.
Yeah, you do, and it would be great. I would like have Daniels start siding with the Young Bucks, and then Shane comes in, and there's your new fucking GM. Mm-hmm. That's probably the best way to use Shane. Nobody wants Shane out there sweating red, throwing horrible punches. I don't. I would want Shane in there as some sort of authority figure. That's the only way to use Shane. Only way I could think to use Shane. But I don't know how else you're going to do it because you can't have Shane come in and be a heel kind of authority figure. That wouldn't be the right way to bring Shane in. Everyone loves Shane. Everyone knows that. Especially coming out of this fucking documentary, he looks like the only sane one in the family. Stephanie wasn't even sure Mike Tyson had been accused of rape yet.
3 years after the fact.
And Eric Bischoff, I give her, I give her total slack on that. Not a lot of people really, that wasn't, they bring you from one topic to another and blah, blah, blah. And Conrad's like, yeah, middle school kids knew about that when it happened.
I mean, I knew about that, and I was like fucking 5 or 6. I mean, I didn't know about it as it happened, but by the time I was 12, I knew that shit had gone down. Yeah. Everyone knew. But of course, Bischoff, if Tony Khan had slipped up like that, my God, Eric Bischoff would have set the fucking world on fire. He would have had special shows. This guy needs to be removed from the universe. We need to have him cryogenically frozen. He's ridiculous. But Stephanie does it, and he's like, "Aw, it's okay, boo-boo." Oh, man, that would be wild, actually. Get Tony Khan cryogenically frozen. You just fucking... Which begs the question of, like, okay, we're talking about the Shane thing. Who gets a bigger pop if they come out in AEW? Shane McMahon or unfrozen Walt Disney?
Shane.
Because, I mean, you think about it, like you were saying before, the Moxley thing, the Blackpool Combat Club thing, is like supposed to be like a pseudo version of like American History X. So, like, you get somebody that like also kind of believes in Nazi ideology. You get fucking unfrozen Walt Disney out there.
I don't know, man. I still think Shane would get the better pop.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I think that I just think Shane would get the pop there.
Probably.
Yeah. I think Shane most definitely would be the one there. Anywho, I think that would be a great thing. I'm telling you, man, I would love to see it. Not that it's a big fuck you to WWE. That's not any reason. That is totally not the reason I would want to see it. I like Shane. I would like to see Shane back. I don't know if him and Triple H get along like they say. Why wouldn't he want to go back and work with Triple H? That's my question, first of all.
Right.
Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he want to be the McMahon back in the company? I don't know. I mean, maybe after the whole arranged marriage thing, maybe they Maybe that's what made it sour in the 5th episode.
The show is so creepy.
Dude, the whole thing was creepy. Laughing through a fucking incest story with your daughter is creepy.
And not even, well, I mean, not that it makes it any better, but it's not even just incest. It was the idea that he fucking impregnated her too.
Of course, because just the incest isn't enough. It has to be worse.
Which is the most wildly hypocritical thing in the world to be like, yeah, I'm in the sports entertainment business. I don't do the wrestling like Ted Turner. So, anyways, there's this line where I fucked my daughter and came inside. It's like, this is the
Wait, but okay, hold on, Vince. What was that?
It's like that's another WCW ever did. It's a bit more controversial than the over-the-top disqualification rule.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, by the by, since we are in October, I started watching the old Halloween Havocs. I'm trying to watch all of them this month. I watched the first one from '89, and it is fucking wild to see because Jim Cornette is a face. He's managing the Midnight, or not the is it Midnight Express? Yeah, it's a Midnight Express, and they're faces, which is weird. And then another one is like fucking a match ended on a Lou Thez press. Like, not the punches, but just straight up, somebody did the fucking Thez press, shoulders pinned to the mat, 1, 2, 3. That's how a match ended in fucking 1989.
Nice.
This wild shit. And the last thing that was interesting to me was fucking the Freebirds were on the card, and they were faces. They weren't supposed to be. But the other team was the fucking Dynamic dudes. So you had Johnny Ace and Shane Douglas, and they were just, like, the fans were just so fucking bored that they just heard Bad Street. They just went ape shit. It was like, fuck yeah, anything's better than this bullshit. Like, yes, we will cheer for Michael Hayes.
God damn right we will.
Each and every time. If it's Hayes or Ace, you're taking Hayes every day.
Shit, you want me to cheer between fucking Johnny Ace and Michael F and fucking Wild Turkey Hayes? Come on now.
It is also really funny to think about, like, because that happened in '89, so it's like really wild to think about, like, 30 years later, one of these men would be getting in trouble, and it wasn't Michael Hayes. What Michael Hayes did would pale in comparison to what Johnny Ace did. That's wild.
I mean, Michael Hayes just tried to get a poor woman to drink after she had been in rehab. That's it. I mean, who knows what Johnny did? There could have been there could have been feces involved for all we know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd much rather like drink fucking Jack Daniels with Michael Hayes and get shit on by Johnny Hayes.
My wife is home. My beer is home. I see.
One thing is kind of morally reprehensible, and the other thing is just like straight up illegal.
True, very true, very true. And I guess morally reprehensible is better than illegal.
All right, so the Chamber of Horrors is coming up. It's not on that pay-per-view, but the Chamber of Horrors, fun fact, that happened at the UTC Arena. It's the local arena from where I am. It's about 20 minutes to a half hour from where I live. It's like the local venue for the wrestling events. We don't really get like pay-per-views or even like weekly television, but every so often there'll be like a live event, mainly WWE. I don't think AEW's ever come, but yeah, it's just wild. That was also they did an In Your House. Leading up to WrestleMania 13, it was like the Fatal 4-Way. It was when like Shawn decided to like fuck this shit him out. And he was champion, so they had to scramble to put a belt on somebody, and that's the one that Sid won.
Was that when he lost his smile?
Mm-hmm. That was also, I don't know if I said that or I just left the story fucking dangling in the air, but that was also at that venue, the UTC Arena.
He lost his smile. Poor Shawn. Poor Shawn.
You're saying that was his, Nora was saying that was his first WCW moment. That can't be too far away from mine either. I remember seeing like a VHS tape with that when I was a kid. And like I actually thought it was like really cool at the time because I didn't know how shitty it was, how shitty it looked. Like, you know, when you get older and you see it, you're like, oh god, wow, that's fucking. It's nowhere near on fucking Abdullah's head. He's just flailing around like a fish, and there's just some shitty sparklers going on. But like when you're a kid, you're like, oh wow, he's fucking zapping.
Well, yeah, of course. Go ahead.
And I'll also say the last observation of that is you got Jim Ross and Gordon Soley on the commentary. And like I've seen Jim Ross like do New Japan commentary. He's been in AEW for like 5 years now. He's done other shit. It's just weird. And I know I knew about it before, but it's just weird seeing Jim Ross commentate fucking WCW shows. Like just something about that seems wrong.
That's kind of where that's where he was at the time, man.
Oh yeah, no, Sam Brett won that 4-way. For some reason I thought it was Sid, but
who cares?
Yeah, whatever.
Who cares? 4 out of 10, Brett. 4 out of 10.
Fucking Vince. We talked about it last week, but it's just funny. Brett's like, yeah, they can count on me. They know I'm not going to fucking do any drugs or get arrested for anything. And these type of Vince, he's like, yeah, he wasn't a good talker, but he could wrestle all right. So get the belt done. Yeah. It's like, do you have to bury the man?
Well, I mean, you don't have to, but
yeah, you can go ahead and cover this. I'll bullshit for a minute.
Actually, I don't want to cover anything. Can you give me like a minute? My wife isn't allowed to lift my beer because she's just had surgery. I need to go run and do that. I'll be back in like a minute and a half.
Yeah, you're good. That's what I was talking about. I was going to cover for you for a second. Nora was saying Sid won the night after Steel Austin interfered. I remember that because I was like, they had that was the fucking the Raw where Brett goes off and like basically tells this McMahon to go fuck himself or whatever. He used a lot of swear words and like he got caught on the air. Like they didn't bleep him out. I remember there being a cage match. So I think it was like Brett versus Taker, and the winner got to the winner ended up getting the belt or something like that. I don't. It's been a minute, but yeah, I remember that Raw. That was a good Raw. That was some wild shit. But yeah, I'm working my way through the Halloween Havoc. So that 91 coming up next. That's going to be interesting. I don't know which year the Chamber of Horrors is. I know I'm looking forward to the fucking. I think it's 96 or 97 for the Ray versus Eddie match. That's the only like match I can remember from Halloween Havoc. The only actually it's that one, and then it's the fucking Hogan versus Warrior match. That is just absolutely god awful. I cannot wait to get past that because that is gonna fucking blow. It is interesting. And since Box is not here, I think it's time to do it.
It's an avalanche! Snow filled the air, buries everything. Time to be scared, you better be aware. It's a nightmare, you better run away. If you just can't stay, if you wanna save the day. It's an avalanche! It's shining white, it's not like an angel. More like a devil, not small like a pebble. More like a mountain that's swung to hold it very cold. It's an avalanche. It's an avalanche. It's an avalanche.
It is an avalanche. Life is an avalanche in many ways. And boy, oh boy, is Box taking a long time to do whatever the fuck it is he's doing. I'm trying to cover, and I couldn't cover. Speaking of covering, we got fucking Buccaneers Falcons. Buccaneers are up 27-0 or 27-20 right now. I believe they were favored. Actually, I think the Falcons were favored by 2. So Buccaneers are fucking beating them. That's pretty interesting.
Get him out of here! He's got AIDS!
He's got AIDS. Oh yeah, 91 was the Chamber, and Eddie versus Ray was 97. I knew Eddie versus Ray was 96 or 97. So yeah, 97. Still got a long way to go because, like I said, I'm only on fucking Halloween Havoc 90 right now. I'm looking forward to the Chamber though. The Chamber is wild because Cactus Jack is in that. I know Abdul Butcher, a couple other people. The fucking in the 89, to go back to the 89 Halloween Havoc, they had the Steiner brothers do a promo. It was the most incoherent nonsense I've ever heard in my life. It was amazing. And it's also wild to see because you have Scott Steiner. It's like pre-fucking headdress Scott Steiner, but he's still doing he's still got the voice. So he's still basically cutting the promos as fucking Papa Pump, but he's not quite there yet. So it's interesting to see the fucking transformation as it occurs. Anywho, I think Box is back. Yes, welcome back.
Hee hee ha ha. Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. I played the Avalanche song in its entirety.
Perfect time. Perfect time.
That's
Holy
right.
shit. Okay. Man, the smallest little thing gets me like winded because I'm fucking still sick. But anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. That was fun. I have a beer. I'm happy. I'm very happy. Extremely happy.
That was cool. Just had it all fun. You would think that after doing this for like 5 years, I'd be good at killing time. That has not been the case.
What's gone that long?
I was thinking about just laying out, just not saying a word, just be like, all right, we're about to do 2 minutes of the fucking quiet game. Like everybody put their head on the desk. We are not watching a fucking movie today. I don't care what you say.
Teacher needs quiet time, goddammit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess we can start talking a little bit about Dynamite then, and then we'll just kind of go from there.
Yeah, we can do that. It was a pretty good show. I mean, there wasn't a lot of like backstage vignettes, and it was mainly just matches, so we're probably gonna breeze right along through it. But
and there were a few backstage segments. We had a couple. Couple returns. We had an awesome debut on this show, and I think actually me and you mentioned this last week when MVP showed up originally.
Stuttering John sued Sirius XM for playing clips of him not paying him. He lost that and the appeal. So basically, what I'm saying is that Stuttering John just lost a shit ton of money.
He shoots Sirius. Hey, they lost into the. Why would you sue a company that large?
In the end, Sirius no longer places with. Well, there you go. At least he got that, so he's not going to be getting the exposure of him being on Sirius.
Boy, he was really nothing without. He's really nothing without Howard, is he?
No.
And Howard's not much right now either. So,
jeez, you're going to be sad to have missed the fact that, like I said, I just played the Avalanche song in its entirety while Box went to go. I think he was working on something in the garage.
Well, no, that would have been in this room.
Right.
Had to go outside into my car and grab my burr. Then I had to put it away because it was cold. So I got all my beer put away.
Did you ever get your hands on the Hog Hogan Real American beer? Or the nasty, disgusting Ric Flair?
Every time I go, I'll look for it somewhere. And I have a few of those little specialized beer stores around here that carry some weird shit, and I can't find it yet. When I do, I will get some.
You know what? Like, not here, but like in Knoxville. I'm like 2 hours outside of Knoxville. They have a lot of like tourist trappy type stores, obviously. They have a lot of Trump stores, and I am almost certain they have to have the fucking Hulk Hogan beer at the Trump store. Like, I'm not even trying to say anything political, but they're like, if I had to bet anywhere in the world, like in terms of brick and mortar stores that would have the Hogan beer,
that's a
have to be the Trump store.
They're all around here. They're little pop-ups around here. Yeah, when you're driving, you can find them around here too. So maybe I'll stop at one.
It does rule pretty hard because they have like 3 Trump stores, like 2 stores that just sell knives. There's a store that sells boots where if you buy 2 boots, you get the other pair of boots free. Ooh. It's like fucking. They have like 8 places that have to like make fudge. It's basically the best place to go if you're just like ready to die. You could just get like a bunch of knives. You could just fucking load up on fudge, and like they have a bunch of fake weed stores.
Like a little downtown kind of area.
The not Knoxville proper, but yeah, Pigeon Forge is like that's where Dollywood is, and that's where they have all the fucking touristy type stores. They have one place, it's my absolute favorite place. It's called Sexy Stuff, and the stuff is spelled STUF. I'm assuming, I guess, like you get the other F when you get home or something. I don't know, but it's just funny that they misspelled stuff.
That's actually,
and it's also like right next to the Christmas store, which is literally exactly what it sounds like. It's a year round fucking. They sell like Christmas ornaments, Christmas trees, etc.
Well, yeah, we got one here. We got one here that does. No, I think it's actually in Dallas, but we do have a Christmas store around here. Actually, there's one in Terrell, about 45 miles that way. So yeah, there we go.
That's just the F is for fucking.
There you go. The other F is for fucking. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That is what it is. But yeah, there's we have the Christmas stores around here too that are year round for Christmas. It makes no sense to me.
The Christmas store. That's the one ran by Mike Tyson.
Right. Right. I'm not even gonna make the joke. Right. The Christmas store.
Who, as we all know, did not commit any rapes until after WrestleMania 14.
According to Stephanie McMahon. and Eric Bischoff forgives him. You are forgiven, dear woman. So, all right. So as we were getting into Dynamite, it was a pretty good show. It was their 5th anniversary show, and it was actually all a pretty good show. I thought right in the beginning of the show, we got this video package from the Blackpool Combat Club with Pat, Claudio, Marina Shafir, and John Moxley. Dude, this looked like, remember the scene in American History X when they're all meeting outside in the parking lot? I mean,
not really.
If they had fucking hoodies on, this would have been the same scene.
Mm-hmm.
Right before they went and beat up the Latinos store. Yeah,
I don't think they have much of any of those left now. I think we're down to just like Commander and fucking Ortiz.
Oh, that's it now? Well, that's okay.
Fucking curve stopping the fucking Mortos.
Look, someone's got to take it. All right, damn it. But yeah, it's weird. And then Claudio gets up there with that accent, and I'm like, no, he's not supposed to like foreigners at all. But anyway, okay.
Maybe you're getting ahead of you're putting the horse ahead of the cart or whatever. Maybe they're going to beat up Claudio soon for being.
Well, listen, Claudio's got a bald head, so I guess he can, I guess he can do that. But anyway, I thought it was a really good video. Why Marina Shafir had to speak? What was that? Russian?
I'm assuming Russian.
It sounded Russian. That sounded pretty Russian to me. If it was German, I'm more scared.
Which, you really could have just stopped the sentence with why Marina Shafir had to speak. But, at least it's speaking better than wrestling.
If it was German, that would be spot on with the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, rumor is Macho Man did snap into Stephanie.
Maybe that's why Stephanie's not good at acknowledging rapes. Just putting that out there.
Maybe. Okay. Wow. That
was more dark than comical.
That just threw me right off track of where we were at. The video. Yes. I guess Taz got jumped in the parking lot according to a tweet from earlier. I don't know. He couldn't be out there. Anyways, I'm always happy to hear Nigel McGuinness out there on commentary, so it was fine with me.
Which was actually pretty great because, I guess Taz, his knees have been fucked up forever, and I guess he just couldn't take it anymore. He's got to go get his knees worked on or whatever. But what's great about this, since we already mentioned Taz being injured, just jump ahead real quick. They talked to Hook later in the show.
Yeah.
And it is the funniest shit to me. It's not just him. This happens all the time. But he's sitting there. He's waiting for Renee to introduce him and to ask him a question and shit. And as soon as she gets done, that's when he decides he's going to get angry. He waited perfectly fine, perfectly composed the entire time. They're fucking starting the camera up. They're queuing. They're getting ready. She asks the question, and then he cannot take it anymore. And he just fucking lets out an exhausted sigh and then punches a wall. He's like, I'm gonna beat up whoever beat up my daddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna find them, kick their ass. Yeah, sure you are, Hook. Everyone's scared.
Do you think this is how they bring in Rikishi?
Oh God. What?
Well, that's who ran over Stone Cold. Maybe that's who beat up Taz. It's Rikishi.
Well, yeah, it could be. Maybe he did it for the. No, it wouldn't be for The Rock. I did it for the Hangman.
That's it.
There you go. I did it for the Hangman or whoever. I don't know. But I'm always down to hear Nigel McGuinness on commentary. I don't know why. I think the guy is great on commentary, so I enjoy hearing him. Then we had the first long match of the show, which was the Will Ospreay versus Ricochet match. Listen.
I feel like you already said how you feel about this by describing it as, quote, the first long match of the show.
Well, all right, nothing to lengthen the match. What really, this looked like a choreographed dance number more than a match to me. And I mean, there were times where they were literally just waiting for the other guy to set up their move. It looked like a choreographed fucking dance. It did not, I honestly, I liked some of the moves, but a lot of it just fucking West Side Story, dude.
They were snapping their fingers at each other first.
They might as well have been. They might as well have been doing that shit.
I mean, I enjoyed it other than like how the finish was, because there was fucking, you got a false finish and then they restarted the match and then the fucking ended with the disqualification. So I was like, all right, well, could have just really picked one fucking bullshit finish and just had it been that. Because obviously they're going to set up for them having a match later on, I guess, and probably at a pay-per-view, whatever, just let them go full. The entire, give them a full match there.
Yeah, the draw would have worked fine if they were going to just make it a DQ. Why not just leave it at a draw then? Don't restart the match.
And also the thing that was interesting that was pointed out is like people want the match they had in like Japan. It was like Best of Super Juniors or whatever, where they had that fucking. They're just doing like video game moves basically. Right. But like the thing is that they're older now and they're also physically bigger now because they were both like kind of like light heavyweights or cruiserweights, for lack of a better term. And then they both decided to like become heavyweights, put on muscle mass and that kind of shit. So they really can't move the same way that they did in that match, but that's what people wanted, so they tried to do that, and that might be why it came off as a little bit choreographed. It's just harder for them to move as fluidly as they did back, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, whenever that match was.
Yeah, I just thought some of the big spots came off very, very, very choreographed, which, look, I don't want anyone to get hurt. I do want them to make sure they know what they're doing and practice their moves, but it's not supposed to look like a fucking West Side Story dance scene. And I mean, sometimes it did. Will Ospreay sitting there with his head down like this as Ricochet is jumping up on the fucking ropes, waiting. There's like a 5-second delay, and he's just standing there.
Mm-hmm.
And it happened more than once when they were just setting up moves, and I don't know. I'm not saying the match was bad. I'm just saying there was a lot that just came off very choreographed in it, but there was a lot of good stuff in it too. I'll say that. I will say that. My dogs are barking. Sorry.
I mean, I totally get it. Like I said, I enjoy it, but I can see how it could be off-putting for a lot of people because I hate that shit where they, like you were saying, if they had to set up the moves, or like especially where you have like a guy that's diving onto a group of people and they just stop what they're doing and just wait for them to jump off. Like that's the fucking best shit about like Samoa Joe is Samoa Joe just seeing somebody coming and just stepping out of the way. Like that wouldn't be everybody else's initial reaction seeing somebody fucking torpedo themselves at you.
The best part was when Samoa Joe would step away and then the look he would give afterwards, like, what the fuck was he thinking? What else am I supposed to do?
Samoa Joe was really good at that. Miz was also really good at that. It'd just be like, no, I'm not fucking doing it.
Yeah. Nope, not doing it. But go ahead.
There's a clip of Orton, of Randy Orton, just laying on the ground. There's a guy who just keeps asking him what happened. And like we don't see the beginning of it. You just see Orton on the ground. He's the guy's just like, what happened? What happened? What happened? And Orton just looks up at him and says, I'm not taking the dive. And they show the guy fucking diving into the group of people. And Orton just being down. He's like, yeah, not catching him. It's not happening. Not taking that ball.
Fucking Orton. He's awesome. He doesn't care. He's got like a 9,000 year contract. He's like, yeah, fuck you.
They haven't fucking fired me yet. They're not doing it.
Nah, he's like, I'll still be under contract when I'm dead. He's got like, I got like 19 fucking wellness They just keep taking him away.
Like how they tried to give fucking Tez that ironclad contract when he won the Battle Royal and the Invasion, or like the fucking Big Show ironclad contract. Orton has a for real ironclad contract.
Oh yeah, I think Orton has like the old Bret Hart 20-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't doubt it. I would do it with him. I mean, that guy is awesome. So
that was a poor phrasing decision on your behalf.
Well, now here's what's funny. We're going to go to someone who can talk very well, like Randy Orton, and then we're going to go to the next segment of the show, which was Mercedes Moné. Oh my God, so annoying. Thank you, MVP, for interrupting her speaking. That was awesome. Thank God Camille was there, but MVP walked up to her and handed her a card. So
that would be great if that was his MVP's gimmick. He would be so fucking over. If just any time somebody that couldn't talk was doing a promo. It's like, we're here with Roderick Strong. MVP just walks in. He's like, nope. Look, here's Shelton Benjamin. Like, he's not that great either, but like, I'm just going to end this promo with a close-up of Shelton Benjamin.
You know, Shelton might be better without a restriction on him, without having to say lines, without having to remember lines. You never know. Let's give him a shot.
Oh, he's going to put on some great fucking matches, but I don't have much faith in him cutting good promos, but that's not necessarily a prerequisite to success in AEW, so it'll be all right.
No, I think he's good in there. I think bringing in the Hurt Business is good. Everyone is saying Bobby Lashley is probably already signed. They just waiting for the right time to bring him in. So that would be good too. And I see a lot of people complaining, oh, they're bringing in these guys. They're all over 40. Blah, blah. Oh, they're all ex-WWE guys. Well, what does it matter where they worked before?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never cared when TNA brought in old WWE guys either. I never cared. I just, they got to work. They're going to go where the money is, folks.
Mm-hmm.
And MVP was not ready to leave. He made that clear. He wanted to work. You have a guy that wants to work. You got the money to pay him to work. You let him work.
For sure.
Especially a guy like MVP who can still talk.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. I like MVP. I think he's going to do well over there. I'm not saying I'm not going to use the words game changer. But I think
that's a different company.
Yeah. Right. Well, true.
I would actually totally be down for fucking Bobby Lashley versus Nick Cage. Like, make it happen.
Like if they brought in Gage instead of Lashley to be part of the Hurt Business?
No, I meant like Gage versus Lashley in Game Changer, but like, yes, that would actually be pretty awesome too. So you just like slowly unveil everybody. You get like fucking, you had MVP come out, you get fucking Chuck Benjamin, you get Cedric Alexander the next week. Everybody's super hyped for fucking Lashley. Nick Gage is like the next member. That would be pretty wild.
Well, I think Cedric is still under contract with the I think he's in NXT right now. So I don't know where he's under contract though still. So he ain't coming over.
You don't fucking hear, because if they have a whole group full of black people on Twitter are going to complain. So I'm a fucking diversity hire. I'd like to tell Tony Khan I fucking thank him and appreciate him very much. Where's my fucking gang at?
I love you, motherfuckers.
Love you, motherfuckers.
MDK all fucking day.
We'll be right fucking back with our Karushida.
Now check this Domino's commercial out.
Like 80% of his promos is fucking bleeps.
His promos used to be great, and then now they're just since he made the babyface move, it's not the same Nick Gage.
Mm-hmm.
Not the same. But and it's not even the same Nicolas Cage anymore. Gage or Cage, neither one of them are the same.
I suppose not.
That's a match right there.
Mm-hmm.
Gage.
I mean, he already wrestled David Arquette. I'd like to see Gage versus Cage.
Oh no, Gage is pretty old. But we actually named a show that a long time ago. Gage versus Cage. I remember that.
Like Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, exactly. Not sure which one's which in this situation, but whatever. But whatever. So anyway, again, thank you so much for MVP for interrupting this, because after that she was speechless and I was happy. I was happy. Very happy. Then again, we had Renee backstage with the guns, and Adam Page attacked him because that mustache makes him so angry.
It was so poorly telegraphed too, because you just see somebody opening the door and then you see him slowly walk into frame and attack them. It's like, how did you guys not hear the footsteps?
Well, because fucking dumbass was yelling into the microphone. He was yelling. That was, I mean, that's the point. The point is for us to see him coming and them not. You realize that? We see him, they don't.
I see.
Fucking
yeah, I
Renee.
was yelling at my television screen like a fucking person in a horror movie. Like, don't go in there. Hangman's behind you. What you doing? Hangman behind you.
Don't you go in there. Oh, you went in there.
Run, you stupid bitch.
He's got a chair. He's got it. I told you he had a chair. Okay.
That'd be amazing. So they need to bring back, if they're bringing back Shelton, they're not bringing him back. If they're bringing in Shelton, they need to bring in his mama too. See what that lady's up to. See if she's still around.
Oh, come on. Come on. Don't start ruining storylines.
No.
Tony Khan gets made fun of enough. Don't do this to him. Don't do this to him. Don't give him ideas.
Could they maybe just recast Willow as like Shelton, or like bring back Kong? Kong could be his mom. Mama Kong.
That's a big mama. Big mama.
Hell
Kong.
yeah.
Big Mama Kong. I don't know. I don't know what she's doing right now. So
hanging in back.
Oh, cool. Good. But then we had this in-ring segment with the Jericho crew. Big Bill started it off. Big Bill is acting like a horrible motivational speaker. But again, if y'all don't get this gimmick yet, he's trolling everyone who is pissed off that he still gets TV time, if you haven't figured it out. I love this.
I mean,
I fucking love it. I think it's hilarious. Go ahead.
I'm not so much into it. I mean, I understand, like, you had to have Jericho. It's 5-year anniversary. He's a big part of the company. You had to have him on the show doing something, but it is what it is. Like, I understand that it's, it's supposed to be sarcastic. It's supposed to be trolling. It's like, the character is not terrible, but I also just don't want to see the character feud with anyone or wrestle ever. So it's like, that's not really a good thing.
I just find it hilarious. He's out there literally saying what all the fucking trolls say about him, and he's buying into all of it and fucking letting him have it. I like it. I think it's funny. I do. I get it. I think it's hilarious. Then we had Mark Briscoe come out. I don't know about you, but this was not the Mark Briscoe promo I wanted. This sounds like Mark Briscoe was trying to remember lines. It wasn't great. It wasn't the usual crazy Mark Briscoe. It wasn't bad. I'm not saying it was bad, but it wasn't the usual Mark Briscoe until the end. Once he said the line, "You'll never be as good as Jay." I like that there wasn't a little back and forth and then he hit him. I like that he just hauled off and hit him. Thought that was good. And then once Jericho was down, Mark Briscoe seemed to, I don't know if he was improv in there or what, but it got better. I don't know. Mark Briscoe, not good at telling a story. Let me put it that way. How's that sound? Not good at telling a story.
I'm sympathetic for him because he's been having to cut promos for like fucking Kyle O'Reilly for the last like 2 or 3 months. So poor buddy is probably just burnt out.
Maybe his back was hurting from carrying all those guys promo wise. I get it now. Okay. I'll give him that. Because lately we've been raving over Mark Briscoe's crazy ass shit. So, okay, I'll go with that. I mean, Kyle O'Reilly is not that heavy, but, over time, I guess your back could start hurting. So maybe he was having some back pains and wasn't concentrating very well. We'll give him that. We'll give him that.
Well, physically, Kyle O'Reilly's not that heavy, but having to promo for 3 different people, like that's a lot. He's basically out here cutting promos for brooms.
Yeah, you're very true. Very true. Very true. But anyway, that was the segment. Again, I think the Jericho thing is funny. I enjoy it. I do. I know everyone hates it. Maybe that's why I like it, because everyone hates it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I enjoy it. Then we had this whole Darby Allin.
Sometimes you get
what? Go.
Sorry, go ahead.
No.
I was gonna say sometimes you get Stockholm syndrome with this shit, because I remember watching it was like the Johnny Ace, the people power gimmick. To go back to Johnny Ace's Johnny Ace appreciation.
Yep.
Like the people power gimmick was so fucking terrible. It was so bad at every promo he delivered that it somehow became like when you're watching like a really shitty movie, but it's like just sort of fun because of how bad it is. It's like, oh no, he's about to talk and it's going to be terrible, but like in a way that is unique to just like nobody else is going to be cutting the same type of terrible promo tonight.
It's like a car crash. You just can't stop looking. It's like why people watch NASCAR. People don't watch NASCAR for the race. They watch for the crashes. Don't fucking lie to me.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, not watching for the race, watching for the races.
Yeah, right. No, it's fucking Trainwreck TV, and people love it. Everyone loves it. People love Trainwreck TV, and that's what Johnny Ace was, a fucking train wreck, and everyone fucking loved him for it. It became huge, man. It shouldn't have, but it did. But then we had this Darby Allin segment, Smart. Why do we always have to hear a fucking sad sack story about Darby Allin and how hard his life was in his pink fucking bunny jacket?
was riding the Greyhound bus, and I kept
God.
getting hit with something, and it turned out that they were spitting on me, and I turned around, he spit on me. They said, "Hey."
And I think we just Smart locked up on me for a minute there. And why is he telling bus stories? He just got hit by one, the fucking idiot. But I don't know, man. I really used to like this guy. But I'm sorry, we just have Smart locked up here on the left here. I don't even know if I'm still on because Smart. No, it says I'm still live. Either way, I'm recording audio, so you guys got me either way. But I don't know. It's like every week we got to hear about how hard Darby Allin has had it. Dude, just go out there and cut a promo and no one cares. I'm sorry, dude. Everyone's had a hard fucking life. A lot of people have had a hard fucking time growing up. I was bullied. Everyone was bullied. Leave it alone. Enough is enough. Move on. I'm sorry. Just move on. Yeah, it's just me in here. Smart should be back any minute now. I'm sorry you guys got to sit here and look at just me. I really do. I apologize for that, but I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. But after that, we had Adam Page versus Juice Robinson, which I actually like this match, to be honest with you. It was pretty brutal. They were everywhere. Adam Page was yelling at Aubrey Edwards. But they were pretty brutal. They battled all over the fucking place. And it was a great match with Adam Page winning, but then Jay White actually returned and basically beat the shit out of Adam Page. So that was interesting. But that was another one of the other returns, as I said, that we had on this show. And it was pretty good, man. He was throwing some horrible punches when he had him down for the ground and pound, but he just came back. Let's give him a break, I guess. But after that, we had Renee come back in the back, and she was waiting on Jack Perry, and Shibata challenged him, and Jack Perry left him lying there. And when he threw him against his bus, his little short bus. That thing's kind of cool, though, I will say. So there we go. And he accepted the match. Then we saw a video from Bryan Danielson in the back where I believe it started off with "Fuck John Moxley." Very nice. Very nice. But I thought this was a good video. I like, I've always liked Bryan. He has no problem cutting promos. So this was obviously another good one by him. I enjoyed this one, though. Then we had a good match, but I didn't think it needed to go. I don't know if Smark had to restart his computer or what's going on. I'm going to check my phone real quick. I don't have a message from him. I'll wait on him to get back. I'll keep talking a little bit. I'll just try to talk a little slower, which I can't do. But we had Britt Baker versus Serena Deeb. I thought this was, which is why I said we had this was a one long match. We had another long match, which was this match, which, listen, I'm not saying anything, folks, but there was no reason for this match to go as long as it did. There was no reason for the first match to go as long as it did if it was going to end the way it did. There could have been a couple more matches on this show. This match did not have to go that long, but I do also understand this was their 5-year anniversary. Britt Baker is one of their homegrown talents. So they probably wanted to let her go out there and have a good long match. So I'll be understanding on that. I got it. I'd probably be a little pickier if this wasn't the 5th anniversary show. So we go through that, but I mean, really, it wasn't that long. It was only an 11-minute match. It wasn't that long. Then we had the thing with Hook. We even had Christian backstage. But then we had Renee backstage with Mariah May. And wow, I did not realize how much taller Mariah May is than Willow Nightingale until this scene. I was baffled. I didn't realize Mariah May was that tall. She looked good. Then we had Private Party come on out. They had a match versus the Iron Savages, which is Bulk Bronson and Beefcake Boulder with Jacked Jameson. My God, we are going back to the 80s with these names, and I can't decide if I like it or if I love it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one, but I certainly don't hate it. They're generic, but I like these old school names. Private Party came out to a new theme song, and that was it. The match didn't go that long. It was actually over in 1 minute and 5 seconds. Private Party gets the win. Cassidy gets on the mic. They're talking. They call out the Young Bucks. This is when we got to see the Young Bucks come out with Matt wearing the pearls. Again, if you know, he just loves to get heat from someone else's heat. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But he likes to troll while other people are already trolling. It's very strange. It's very weird. Like I said, Batista got heat for it a few weeks ago, so he has to do it to try to get heat for it. I don't know. Kind of confusing, to be honest with you. But this is where we saw, after that is where we saw, and Shibata came down to help because Perry, the Young Bucks were getting ready to walk away. They actually said, all right, yeah, you want a match? Why don't we do it here? Then they walked away, and then Jack Perry jumped them, and then they all started beating on him. So Shibata came down to help him out. Then we had Shelton Benjamin come in. Again, I thought this was a pretty excuse me. I thought this was look, you could have brought Sheldon in a bunch of different ways, but the way they're doing this right now, I thought this was a pretty good way to bring Sheldon in here. Just have him come on in and just show up. Now we know he's there. Now these guys can go out and start doing something. They're definitely going to be recruiting some more people, as we see with MVP handing out cards. So we'll see what happens with that. And folks, I'm sorry I sound so stuffed up and sick. I am stuffed up and sick. Then we had the match that, wow, a lot of people were complaining about this match when it got announced. How could you do this? What is going on? Look, let's remember something. Bryan Danielson could be if he gets hurt, he's done. If something happens, he's done. He has said he might be done by the end of the year. Folks, the end of the year is coming up. He might only have this title run for a few months, and he might be done after it. So I think they're trying to jam every match they can in with Bryan Danielson that they can. And I think that's why they're doing these bigger matches on these Dynamites instead of waiting for pay-per-views. They might not have enough pay-per-views to wait. So I think that's why they're doing some of this. Oh, a big sniff. I'm going to mute myself for a second. Okay, sorry about that, folks. I keep checking to see what's going on with Smark. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he lost power or what's going on. The bad thing is I can't stop the stream when the show is over. So if I close out of it, maybe it'll stop anyway. But anyhow, hopefully he gets back here in the next few minutes. I'm not that I'm having a problem, but it wouldn't hurt to have old Smark back here. MVP should not recruit Trench. Good God, Norab. What is wrong with you, brother? The fuck is wrong with you, man? No. Guy was awful. I don't even think we ever saw him in the ring. I really don't think we ever saw that guy in the ring. There was no reason to see him in the ring. This was a long match. For the first 20 minutes of this match, not only was the AEW championship on the line, but Okada's Continental Championship was also on the line for only the first 20 minutes. So after the first 20 minutes of the match was over, they kept talking up how, okay, this is just all about the AEW World Championship now, so they kept talking all that up. So that's kind of how it went. But this match went on. Of course, it was a really good match between the two. As you would expect with these two guys in the ring, it was a great match. It ended up being about a 31-minute match. Now, Tony Khan had promised a pretty good overrun on this show. Ended up being about I'm not sure how, the one I watched didn't have commercials, so it ended up being about a 12-minute overrun for me. Probably a little bit longer for everyone else, though. But it was about a 31-minute match, which Bryan Danielson did end up winning, but it was a really good match. But as he's winning the match, you've got Claudio down there, you've got Pac down there, Marina, Shafir, and Moxley are all down there, just standing in the audience, ready to pounce on the ring as soon as the match is done. But what was crazy was we had all this, and like I said, Bryan Danielson wins. Then they all, Pac and Claudio, everybody jumps in the fucking ring and they start grabbing. You thought looked like Danielson for a minute, thought they were picking him up to, celebrate with him. Then he realized, no, they're holding me down for Moxley to come in, and they were holding him down for Moxley to come in. Moxley comes in and he's just saying, oh, this isn't about me. This isn't about you. If this was about me, I would have taken you out years ago. Then Yuta runs down and he's got a hammer in his hand. So Yuta didn't do the greatest job of this, but he kept like he was making like he didn't know who was gonna. Is he gonna hit Moxley with the hammer? Is he gonna hit Danielson with the hammer? You heard a guy that kept yelling in the background, hit Bryan with the hammer, hit Bryan already. But he didn't. He actually ended up siding with Bryan Danielson, excuse me, in the end here. And we basically went off the air with those two challenging for a match. So there it is. It is Danielson and Yuta versus Claudio and Pac, and the match is official. So that was pretty much it. But man, they did get a pretty substantial overrun for this show. And I think next week's show is on Tuesday for some reason. I don't know what's interrupting them. I don't remember, but I thought it was nice to see Shelton Benjamin on this show. Definitely, that was great to see Shelton out there, and we got Jay White back, so we got a couple back in. I'm sure we're gonna have. I'm sure Omega's not going to be out too much longer either. I don't know how he's healing. MVP should recruit the Dark Order. Now, is that because they're called the Dark Order? That's not nice. That's not nice, Nora. Not at all. Not at all. I think MVP is just going to keep bringing it. I wouldn't hurt to have Mercedes go over there. Man, the less she talked, the better. And might sound crazy, but I would leave Camille with her. I would definitely leave Camille with her. She could definitely be a part of that if it all went down. But let me check, make sure I don't have any messages from Smark to see what's going on here. Let me see if he's coming back real quick, folks. And in the meantime, what I could do... Oh, I'm so sorry to be sniffing in the mic, folks. I really do apologize. Let me take a peek here and see if there's anything possible that I might have missed. I'll see if anything popped up over the last little while here. I'm going to put recent. I'll put the past hour. Let me see if I can break down anything. I don't think we do. But like I said, it was pretty hard to even find all this to talk about. But I don't see much more that I can really get into. Sammy Guevara did get hurt at a Ring of Honor taping in a match versus Serpentico. Looked like he was knocked out accidentally, so see what happens with him. But that seems like he's snake bitten when it comes to a few of that stuff, man. But Bad Blood, I believe Bad Blood is this weekend, if I'm correct. Let me see here. I think Bad Blood is actually this Saturday and coming on pretty early, actually. So let me see here. Maybe I'll throw out some quick predictions to see if Smart's coming back here. There we go. Bad Blood. I think it is. It is. It's in 2 days. It's in 2 days. Only got 5 matches here. Let me go ahead and do this and see if Smart's going to end up coming on back. Like I said, I'm afraid the stream won't stop. And yeah, it does. It starts at 6 Eastern time. Bad Blood does. Thank you very much over there, my Mr. Norab. Trying to see if Smart's coming back. I don't know. All right. So, yeah, UFC 307's happening the same night. So I think they want to try to be finished by the time UFC gets started, and they start late. Because most people go to bars to watch that shit. But only got 5 matches here. Let me go ahead and run these down. And if Smart's not back by the time I get out or get done, then we'll go ahead and wrap it up, folks. I'm not gonna sit here and bore you just trying to find new stuff to talk about. But we can definitely get into this real quick. Go from the bottom up here. Here, I'll go ahead and even nope, I can't even share the screen. I don't think I can. No. Oh, wait. Look who's back, folks.
That fucking computer decided to take a shit at the most inopportune time. You love it.
Well, here's the good thing. I finished Dynamite.
Yes.
Here's the bad thing. I was going to do Bad Blood predictions real quick for WWE.
Oh, yes. But yes, the Darby promo was something else. How much of the Darby promo? It dawned on me that the computer locked up as I was doing the Darby promo.
Yeah, I had literally just said how many times we have to hear what a sad sack and Darby Allin is. It's old, dude. We get it. You didn't have a good childhood.
You know what it is? It's because those promos, like if you ever watch like a reality show where like every fucking reality show, no matter what it is, if it's fucking America's Got Talent, American Idol, fucking MasterChef, any other shit, everyone who is fortunate enough to be on a reality show, the bad news, the good and the bad, they get to be on TV. The bad news is that their mother died like the day before. Every single one of them. As you get casted, your mother just randomly fucking dies.
Or
Because it's
they're or
like,
just diagnosed with something, or.
but yeah, that's what the Darby promo is he sounds like he's like a fucking shitty reality TV show contestant. He's just like, I was riding the Greyhound bus because I didn't have a lot of money because I spent all my money on this pink jacket, and I was going to see my sister who had to have her toe amputated. And when I was going to see her, I got hit with something. And I turn around and there's 3 guys there. And they say, what are you going to do about it, bitch boy? And I said, I'll tell you what I'm going to do about it. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to get in your face and you're going to beat the shit out of me. And I'm going to cut a promo. Dynamite. It's going to be the lowest rated segment of the night.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to get beat up again. I'm going to get hit by the bus after I get off the bus for getting my ass kicked on the bus. It's just like everyone. It's like, who sees this is like, fuck yeah, dude. This is a voice of the counterculture right here, man. This guy is a fucking outlaw just like me. I get beat up all the time. I never fuck anyone. This is great. Just like me and Darby. We're just fucking kindred spirits, bro.
Oh yeah, but this is what I see when I see him. Show this real quick. This is what I see when I see Darby. This is what what it reminds me of when I see Darby out there in that pink fucking jacket. Yes, Ralphie from A Christmas Story in the pink bunny suit.
Remember?
He's like, then he says, "Oh, I'm wearing this so I stand out from other people." Yeah, you stand out. You look like a fucking weirdo.
And then the neighbor kids shot at me with the Red Ryder BB guns.
Yeah,
my tongue was stuck to the pole, and my dad would yell at me.
Yeah, tell me I would shoot my eye out.
I remember one time my parents didn't have a lot of money, so they had to move. We moved to Whoville, and we had Christmas. And some asshole, he looked like a dog or an alien of some sort, stole all my Christmas presents. It was terrible. He didn't give them back. I didn't have any Who hash that year. It was pretty fucking terrible. Next thing you know, a dog is biting me because he thinks I'm a little bitch because I have my pink jacket on, and now I'm being bitten by a dog, and it's fucking terrible.
Do you know what it's like to be bitten by a dog wearing a pink bunny suit? It's not good, man. No. It's embarrassing. It's what it is. It's embarrassing, is what it is. So. Oh my Lord! It's just. I'm sorry. Look, I like Darby Allin, but I think these sad sack promos are getting old. Go out there, talk about your fucking opponent, what you're gonna do to him, like you used to do. I don't know why, as a babyface, he has to cut these just dribbling promos. Like, dude, a lot of people have had a hard life. Darby, grow up.
Who wants to see this guy wrestle when he just cut a promo about how he was beat up by 3 guys on a fucking greyhound? But I remember I was drunk at a bar, and I think about 1996, and I called some guy a fag, and it turned out that he was a Marine. And a group of other Marines stomped the shit out of me. I remember that. And then Sonny stopped having sex with me. So I decided that I was going to go home. I was going to do some fucking volumes. And then I remember the coffin match I had with The Undertaker. He dropped me. And I fucked my back up. Mike Tyson punched me in the face. He didn't do any rape at that point, by the way.
That was Steve-O.
That's right.
That was Steve-O. And Steve-O ran into his fist, by the way, at one of the roasts. I think it was was it the Trump roast? I think it might have been the Trump roast.
I was giving Darby the fucking Shawn Michaels continuity because he got jumped by the Marines, and then he had the casket match with The Undertaker and got punched by Mike Tyson, who hadn't raped anybody up until that point. But
no, not according to Stephanie.
That's right.
No. Right. So, but that's what I see when I see Darby out there. I go, oh, it's Ralphie. So anyway, was there anything else on AEW you specifically wanted to get into, or not really?
No.
Okay. Then let's get on with it. No. I love how like enthusiastic you were about that. No, nothing at all.
It's hard to talk about the Okada match for being by Pitbull.
Just no. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this how we do this. Let me put this bad boy up here for you. Where is it? Bad Blood Wikipedia. There we go. Okay. Once you pop that bad boy up there it is. And there we are, folks. There we are. I can't make that. All right. Here we go. We'll start at the bottom. We got Cody. Well, we'll start at the top. We got CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. Once again, folks, the battle over the bracelets is over. I don't know what they're fighting over now, but this is a Hell in a Cell match. And I believe Drew won the last. Smark's getting his ass. See, Smark, you start talking about Marines beating up guys, and your dog starts kicking your ass.
Ah, yes, he is. Fucking hey.
I wonder if your dog was a Marine.
He used to be Jesse Ventura.
Oh. I tried to get into the World Trade Center. They wouldn't let me in. I knew how to know the truth. I know the truth. That's why they wouldn't let me in. No, Jesse, you don't have clearance. No, it's because I know the truth about the thermite paint. Jesus Christ, Jesse. Cut your fucking hair already. It's gone. It's 4 strands, Jesse. 4.
Vince McMahon was behind 9/11 because why do you think he called them the Twin Towers?
Exactly. All right, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Hell in a Cell. Punk.
Yeah, sure, I'll go Punk too.
Okay, awesome. We have a singles match for the WWE Women's Championship. It's Nia Jax, who is right now the champion, versus Bayley. What do you think?
I mean, it would make sense to give Bayley the belt back. Nothing they do makes sense anyway, so probably Bayley.
I think Nia's retaining. There. So, all right. We've got Damian Priest versus Finn Balor singles match. No stip, no special, no nothing. Let's see. Probably Priest. I think they're trying to do a little something with Damian Priest. So I would put Priest as going over in this one.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I think they're trying to give him a little push key. So now, I'm not sure if Vince Russo is back, but you tell me. This is a singles match for the WWE Women's World Championship. Dominic Mysterio is going to be suspended above the ring in a shark cage.
Dude, I fucking said like a week or two ago they needed to bring back the shark cage.
You did, and I said no, and look what's happening.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm watching fucking now.
I think Liv pulls this one out and retains too.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, I think so. I think Dominic might escape. He's a slick fish, that Dominic. Guy's living the best life right now. Absolute best thing in it. He is living the best life. So now we got a tag team match. This is Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns versus the old bloodline, which is going to be Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. They're going to be down there with Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. Tag team match, so it's either Cody and Roman or the bloodline. I would probably say with Roman just coming back recently, Cody and Roman will be the winners.
I mean, you're probably right, but I have a no predict Cody policy, so I'm going with blood.
That's right. You have a thing. So, But all right, that is Bad Blood happening again this Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern time, folks. They want to be done by the time UFC is popping up here. So,
Saturday. I was wondering why it was 6:30 if it wasn't an international show.
yeah. And as I was saying, I believe Dynamite next week is on Tuesday. So
yeah, MLB playoffs.
Oh, that's what it's for. I knew you would know. So I think it's on what, Tuesday at like 11 p.m. or something, or 10 p.m.
Something like that, yeah. Right after the fucking MLB and the Westminster Dog Show.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, boy. Am I going to watch UFC? I'm sure he means they're either one of us. Man, I got to be honest. I honestly have not watched UFC in a long fucking time. I don't know why I kind of got out of watching it, but for some reason, I just haven't been interested in watching it. I used to go to bars and watch it because that was what, that was the easy way to do it. But first of all, I don't know if there's a fucking bar around here. I'm not sure I'd want to go to it either.
I mean, for me, it depends on what the card is. I don't know what the card is at the moment, but if there's an interesting fight on it, I might check it out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think the last one was like Sean O'Malley. I don't know if that was like the last UFC event that happened. Not like fight things, but it was the last UFC pay-per-view.
I can't even remember the last UFC pay-per-view I watched. I really can't.
Well, we used to do it all the time for Totally Appropriate Team Sports. We would do UFC, but we're not doing that this season, so I haven't checked out UFC in a couple of shows.
Yeah, it's been a long time for me, but like I said, I think the last ones I watched were there was still the, you still had your BJ Penns and Matt Hughes out there, and that was years ago, man.
Oof, yeah, that's quite a while ago.
Yeah,
was Shogun there when you were watching?
What?
Shogun, was he there when you were watching?
I think so.
Okay.
It was a while ago. I mean, I know Matt Hughes has had some major health issues, but I know he's doing well, which is good. He's doing very well. I know he's up and walking, and I know he wasn't for a while. So, but that's all I got, man. I think I didn't expect a 2-hour show. I can tell you that.
Right.
But I'm glad you came back, because I was worried that if I left, the stream would keep going because you didn't shut it.
I think it would, and I think it cuts into the monthly fucking hours you're allowed to stream. So that would have sucked. But yeah, the computer just took a shit, so I had to restart it. Here we go.
It's fine. It's not a problem at all, man. I kept going. Like I said, I finished up AEW Dynamite 5th anniversary, and that was about it. But I guess we can go ahead and wrap this one up for tonight. It's been long enough. And that is it. Smark, tell me about your tits.
Hell yeah. When I'm not being chewed to death by a pit bull, what I like to do is go to a little place called Totally Appropriate Team Sports. That's tits, if you will. Mondays, 8:30 p.m. on the YouTube. We're talking NFL, mainly. We do a little bit of college football, too. So if you're interested in the foosball, go ahead and check us out. Probably talk a little bit of baseball because, like I said, these playoffs are going on. The Detroit Tigers are in the playoffs, and apparently they advanced to the next round. The ALDS, I forget their AL. I don't care. Baseball is bullshit. Anyway, Cheese and Matt will be happy to tell you about what's going on in the MLB. So tune in for that.
All right. So there you go, folks. Tits on Monday. Always. There is no better day for tits.
That's right.
If you got a case of the Mondays, go check out some tits, folks. And on Saturday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, come check me out on hollywoodhangout.mixer.com. I'll be over there doing something. Last week, I reviewed Stone Cold from 1991 with Brian Bosworth, Lance Hendrickson, and William Forsythe. I fucking love that movie. For some reason, I've been stuck on doing these like movies that turned into like having cult followings for some like the last few weeks. But that was a really fun one to do because that's a crazy movie. And there you go. So I will be back doing something. I really don't know what I'm going to be doing. It's been a hectic week for me, but I'll make some decisions. I got a lot of driving to do tomorrow, so I'll figure out what I'm doing tomorrow. The Stuttering John movie sucks. Thank you, Noreb. I will still try to watch it one day. I don't know if I'll review it ever. But anyway, thanks.
You can't tell him it sucks if you're trying to get him to review it for the show. I mean, he probably already knew that it sucked, but
I'll still watch. I people tell me things suck all the time, and I still watch them.
Oh shit! I think he tried to do some mental judo for you. Then he's like, "Oh yeah, no, it sucks." And Bruce Willis is in it. Go ahead and check it out.
No, Bruce Willis in it? Wait a minute. No, Bruce Willis isn't in it.
He fights Stuttering John on the post.
Meanwhile, my wife, real quick, my wife borrowed has the drive that I use to watch movies on, so I've been stuck watching on Netflix. And I'll be damned, folks. If you've got Netflix, you can watch some of those Bruce Willis movies that I was talking about. American Siege is on there. That's a good one. Wrong Place is a good one. Go there, check out some of those ones, some of those movies, though, if you want to see. They're not as bad as I make them out to be. They're actually not bad at all. They're pretty decent. But there's some good Liam Neeson new movies on Netflix also right now. Nonstop. Cold Pursuit is probably the best.
Try to find the director's cut.
What?
Wow. God damn it, Norad said that. Just try to find the director's cut. He wants you to watch the fucking Snyder cut of the fucking Stuttering John.
Yeah, I'll dig that out. But yeah, there is definitely some good Liam Neeson and Bruce Willis movies on Netflix. But that Cold Pursuit Liam Neeson movie is awesome. So let's get out of here so Smark can try to keep his arm. And on that note, folks, thanks everybody for coming on in the chat. Thanks everybody that's listening or gonna listen. And I will see everybody Saturday. And we'll be back here next Thursday night. 9 p.m. Eastern time. Have a good one, folks. Y'all take it easy out there. Be safe out there, folks. Have a good one.
Peace.